As the standard of living in the United States reaches its greatest point in more than 4 decades, an increasing number of Americans are making the journey south of the border in search of a better life. It is important that we have a talk about the rise in the expense of living in the United States. When we in the United States discuss immigration, we typically think of people fleeing poverty in their home countries and making the dangerous journey across our country's southern border in quest of a better life. However, over the past few years, the economy has deteriorated to the point where thousands of people in the United States are leaving the nation because they are no longer able to afford to live there. A recent report says that the growing popularity of remote work is making it possible for many Americans to work in the U.S. while living in Mexico, where daily costs tend to be much lower. Thousands of Californians are moving to Mexico to find a cheaper way of life. Others are already living in Mexico, but commute to work in the U.S. every day. This is because the cost of living in the Golden State is rising much faster than wages can keep up. Some neighborhoods are getting too expensive for Mexicans to live in because most of the people buying the new homes make money in U.S. dollars or work from home. A policy analyst at the Migration Policy Institute said that people are looking for homes in the area very hard. One real estate agent in the area said that right now, about half of his clients are from California. I would say that at least half of his clients are coming down from California. Last week, the national average price of a gallon of gas hit $5, and since then the biggest drop has been 6 cents. In May, gas prices went up by 58 cents, which broke old records. In some counties, the price of gas has gone over $6.33 times in just 35 days. Nevada's Washoe County, for example, has an average price of $6.122. Several counties in California have averages above the state's sky-high average. These counties include Monterey, 6.6, San Mateo, 6.637, Sonoma, 6.613, and Humboldt, 6.825. However, California's Alpine County has the highest average price, at $7.799. Mono County, when you consider that a gallon of gas used to cost just 36 cents in 1970, you can see how shocking the recent price hikes are. This means that Californians pay 20 times more for gas now than they did 50 years ago. It goes without saying that the runaway inflation rates are hurting American wallets everywhere. The company said that the price increase is due to higher inflation and rising farming costs. Most U.S. farmers expect their input prices to be much higher this year. The Agricultural Economy Barometer Sentiment Index, tracked by Purdue University, showed that last month farmer sentiment dropped to its lowest level since April 2020, falling 22 points. Researchers found that a big reason for the drop in sentiment was the rapid rise in production costs and uncertainty about where input prices were going. According to the monthly survey, about 44% of farmers said that input costs were their biggest worry for the coming year, and nearly 60% of them said that farm input prices would be at least 30% higher this year than in 2021. In the coming months, higher farm input prices will definitely be passed on to U.S. consumers. It's clear that the American people have had enough, and our growing anger is showing up in everywhere. Americans' trust in the economy has dropped to an all-time low, dropping 14% this month to its lowest level since the survey began in its current form in the mid-1970s. On top of that, most consumers mention supply shortages for the 9th month in a row. If people are worried about the future, they may cut back on their spending, which can cause the economy to slow down. At the end of the day, all of these numbers show that we're entering the next economic downturn. Unfortunately, it was only a matter of time before the laws of economics caught up with us. We will definitely see a painful economic meltdown happening right in front of our eyes again. The system is slowly coming apart, and the times we are moving into are going to be very hard for all of us.